People are afraid of accepting there's a problem because then they know they have a responsibility towards fixing it. Yeah. And they don't want to do anything, one, because they're lazy, and two, because they're afraid they might lose. So they'd rather pretend there's no problem at all. And I think I often say to people in a lot of my videos about a lot of other subjects that it's not always the winning and the losing. It's the fighting in the first place. And there's plenty of men in history you remember who ended up losing in the end. Napoleon, for example, who still fought, which is why they mattered. It's not, if you're only going to fight when you're guaranteed to win, then no bravery is required. And you have to fight so that you can look back on your life and feel happy that you tried to do something when you knew it was going on before it was too late. Forget about the winning and losing for now. Focus on the fight. You must wait for the moment when the opponent's mind is scattered and strike without hesitation. If you do not overcome your tendency to give up so easily, your life will lead to nothing. Objectify your demons so you control them instead of them controlling you. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. You have to train your mind to be stronger than your emotions, especially your impulses, or else you're going to lose yourself. You will only be found by the devil once you are lost, and he will lead you to hell. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by men who kept fighting when there seemed to be no hope at all. I think it's a good motto, perhaps, for life, for everyone who's watching this. I heard it during a boxing match, and I think it was between Evander Holyfield against some guy who's not nearly as well known. And Holyfield was losing, and then he starts swinging and hitting the guy. And the commentator said, "Suddenly the champion returns with initiative and vengeance." That's a good slogan for life. You should wake up, look in the mirror, and say, "Suddenly the champion returns with initiative and vengeance." That's a good way to start your day every single day.
Yeah, it is.
Initiative and vengeance to become the best possible version of yourself. And I feel like all of you waiting for something monumental to happen is not going to happen. Bitcoin's not going to $1 million next year. It would be too easy if it did. If it does, great. Tate was wrong. Fine. But it would be too easy. Has your life ever been that easy? Have you ever woke up and not tried and oops, I was rich. Oops, Bitcoin just went to $1 million. It doesn't work that way. Something's going to happen. There'll be some quantum computing bullshit. There'll be some confirmation that there won't be a strategic reserve. There'll be some mining problem. Who knows? It'll dump. And all of your dreams, you'll be sitting there in March or July, halfway through the year, after spending 6 months watching Bitcoin podcasts, looking at your portfolio lower than it was, depressed. Life's never easy, guys. The easy way out doesn't exist. There's only one way out. Through the thorns, through the pain. It's the only way it's ever been. It's the only way it's ever gonna fucking be. So why do I put emphasis on focusing to get rich? You should be as rich and as strong as possible because you're a full-grown man. And full-grown men need to be able to influence the world. It's kind of amazing to me that many of you wake up and nobody cares when you talk. And that doesn't seem to bother you or inspire action out of you. If I wake up and I tweet something, people care. If I talk on an emergency meeting, people care. If I talk in my house, people care. If I talk to my woman, people care. If I talk to the mothers of my children, they care. My words matter. Most of you are going through life screaming into the void and nobody gives a fuck what you say. How are you going to be a full-grown man? Nobody give a shit what you think or what you say and not feel shame. Shouldn't your goal for 2025 be to have a voice, at least? If you care so much about immigration or you care so much about Bitcoin or whatever else, you should want your voice to matter. How are you going to do that? You're going to continue to scream as a nobody, or you're going to become a somebody first? Your primary mission should be to be as rich and strong as possible, because these are measures of dedication. These are measures of competence. You know, Tristan and I had a conversation. We said, what would we do if crypto went to zero? Because probably 70% of our wealth is in crypto. Let's say we're worth 500 million. Keep numbers easy. 300 million is in crypto. So if crypto went to zero, what would we do? And I said, well, that would be fantastic. That would be great. Because now all the easy money's gone. And now all the dickheads who get to run around in Lambos and show off and buy girls' handbags, all the easy shit is gone. We're back to the hard world. We're back to the real world of real business, what we're best at. And we've got real estate portfolios, and we have gold, and we have stocks, and we have bonds and ETFs and cash, and we have all these other things. We don't just have crypto. Most crypto people only have 0.7 Bitcoin. That's it. That's their hope. That's their ticket. We have everything else. Even though I don't believe crypto is going to zero, it would actually be better for us if it did, because there'll be less people flexing money. We'd be the only rich people fucking left. I don't want easy wins. I don't want crypto to go up. I don't want Trump to fix anything. I want it to stay a fucking mess. I want to have to wake up every day and grind out and become richer than everyone else because I work harder than everyone else and I try harder than everyone else. I don't want any easy ways out. The idea of that aggravates me. I don't want to feel motivated. I want to feel tired and stressed. I want to run on pure discipline and adrenaline. Nobody is motivated at 4 a.m. Nobody. But some people are up anyway. You're praying for an easy way out. I don't fucking want one. Because if there is an easy way out, yeah, I'll win. But other people will win who I don't think deserve to win. Luckily, in my experience on this earth, the universe has never, I've ever seen, ever given an easy way out to anybody. So I don't believe it's fucking coming. And most of you seem to believe something fantastic is coming next year. And I would argue that it's not. Bunch of people are gonna get laid off. Bunch of extra spending is gonna be removed. Bitcoin might go up a bit, but you don't have enough. You need at least 50 Bitcoin. You ain't got it. Now's your time to earn and work and buy them before they go up. You haven't done it. If your predictions are true, if you really believe, because of all the podcasts you've read, that Bitcoin's going to 1 million, you still don't have enough. Do you understand that's not a reason to rest? That's not a reason to wait. That's not a reason to do less work. That's a reason to work harder. Because you could turn your 0.3 into 0.5. You could turn your 2 into 20. Because by the time it goes up, then you won't be able to. So even if you were right, that's even more argument for the same thing. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you go up or down, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if it's hot or fucking cold, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you're happy or sad, you need to make money. It's the only way to leverage yourself in this economic game that none of us can possibly escape. Gentlemen, it's go time. It's go time like it's never been before. Either things are gonna go great and you need to get your ducks in a row now before they go too great, e.g. the Bitcoin price goes to the moon, or things are gonna go wrong and you need to get your ducks in a row before they go wrong, e.g. Bitcoin price tanks. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's fucking go time. If you're watching this, most of you are average. Most of you cannot be exceptional by virtue of the nature of exceptionalism. You may be exceptional amongst the general populace because you're all fans of mine, but measured against other fans of mine, the majority of you will be average. That's what it means. But that's fine, because you can win if you're average if you're first. You can win if you're average if you try harder than the rest. You can win if you're average if you pay attention. You can win if you're average if you do the right things, if you're not lazy. It's very easy to win if you're average. You just need to get another advantage. And the easiest advantage is I'm prepared to put in the work every day, show up, and I'm going to start right now. I guarantee you results if you do that. Guaranteed. I put up a video about Bitcoin the other day about how someone wanted me to invest in a hotel, but I didn't want to do it because Bitcoin was a sounder investment. And that's true. If Bitcoin's going to do what everyone thinks it is, it's actually going to suck a lot of liquidity out of a lot of markets. I mean, it's actually going to be quite hard to make money. It's going to be hard for you if Bitcoin continues on a parabolic run to offer a service to somebody, to go up to somebody and say, hey, I can make you money if you pay me X amount of money. They'll think I'd rather just buy Bitcoin and I haven't got to hire this dickhead. Bitcoin can make it harder for you to make money. You do know that, don't you? Game theory would argue then that while you might making money is still easy to do, you should make as much as possible and buy Bitcoin so that when that happens, it doesn't matter because you have enough to retire. You do know that if Bitcoin proves itself the way you hope it does, that your chance of getting paid any money by anybody goes to zero because they're all just going to buy Bitcoin instead. You do know that, don't you? Have you thought about that? I don't think you have, so let me run it past you one more time. However you intend on making money currently is asking somebody else to pay you money. You can't generate money from thin air because you're not the Fed. You can't make money. You are given money by somebody for something. Once Bitcoin proves itself as the asset that you believe it's gonna be, people would rather buy Bitcoin than give you the money for whatever service you offer, meaning it's gonna become very difficult for you to earn any money and buy Bitcoin. So you have to buy it now before it blows up. If you're right, and if you're wrong, you still need to find a way to make money now. This is the beauty of what I wanted to say to you. There's only one answer to all things. The answer is always the same. It doesn't matter how this visa shit plays out. It doesn't matter what happens. What matters is you need money. I hate to be a ruthless capitalist, but I've lived my life and I've realized that I've never, ever been in a situation and regretted having loads of money. Ever. Whether I was in jail and I could pay for my mother and my children, whether I had legal problems and I could hire the best lawyers, whether I went driving and my car broke down and I could just abandon the car, I didn't care if it got stolen. It doesn't matter. There's never been a time in my life where having loads of money was bad. Ever. It is go time. Today is go time. Right now is go time. There's absolutely no other time for you to go but now. You either go now or you lose. I'm not going to tell you an easy way to make money. I'm not going to tell you you can just buy money and sit there and do nothing. I'm going to tell you how to crawl out. I'm going to say that you should do it the hard way. I can only teach you how to do things the hard way. That's all I know because it's all I've ever done. I've never done things the easy way. I've never been lucky. I've never caught a lick. I've been the guy who had to crawl out by the skin of his teeth every single time he ever escaped absolute decimation. I've been the guy who had it on the edge of annihilation, of his life falling apart, and he only pulled it off because he grit and bared pain and did whatever it took to win. I've never had it easy. I've never won easy. I've only ever did it the hard way. So it's all I can teach you. If there's someone out there who you believe in, who's promising you an easy way out, if it was easy to escape, no one would be fucking trapped in there. I can't give you easy answers. I don't have them. I only have the hard answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down, stop fucking praying for an economic miracle, stop praying for a political miracle, stop praying for a miracle via digital currency, get your fucking act together and start working all day, every day until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. Because that's all I did. So that's all I know. So in July of next year, I can say, you sat around on your ass praying for fuck knows what, Trump, Elon, aliens, a leprechaun, gold from the sky, who fucking knows? But none of it came, did it? Because you're still in the same fucking room with the same shit girlfriend on the same broken ass laptop. Broke. Nothing changed. And I'm going to remind you of the fact that I told you to get rid of all that bullshit hope from your brain and get focused and knuckle down and work. And you can either waste these next 6 months before I talk to you and remind you of the fact that I was right, or you can use them. If you use them, when I play that video, you're going to be happy. If you waste them, when I play that video, you're going to be sad. But I would argue that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, then you win anyway. So what's there to worry about? Win-win. I can show you where the gold mine is and I can give you a pickaxe, but you have to dig. If you're not going to dig, don't go. I don't give a single fuck if you join or not. Makes no difference to me. Do not go down the gold mine with a pickaxe if you're not prepared to dig. Then you're wasting everyone's time. You're wasting my time for giving you a hard hat and a shovel. You're wasting the elevator operator's time. You're wasting the company's time because we could have hired somebody else who actually wants to dig. If you're not prepared to work, don't fucking go down there. Stay at the top and never have a chance of finding gold. Believe that one day gold's going to just fall on your lap. You're going to find it by accident. Trump's in power now and you have 0.008 Bitcoin. Gold's just going to rain from the sky at some point. Andrew's wrong. By next year, I'll be rich. I don't have to work. I don't know how. It's just going to happen. Let's see, shall we? Or you can get rid of your childish, infantile dreams. Pick up a fucking axe. Get in the elevator and go down there with a vigor, prepared to do whatever it takes. The choice is yours.